Hey guys, so it's 2023 and AirPods, well, there's a lot of them to choose from. And so in today's video, I thought it would be a clever idea for me just to make a buyer's guide of every single AirPod that exists and can be found in today's market, covering everything from like the older first and second generation AirPods all the way to the latest AirPod Pro with that volume slider. I'm going to go ahead and cover all the differences, and including those over-the-ear headphones, share with you my personal experience and the accessories I do recommend. So with that said, let's get started. So the first ones I'm going to go ahead and talk about is the AirPods first and second gen. Out of all the AirPods available in the market, these ones are more familiarized, and the design makes these easily the most compact AirPods. Since they are the oldest ones, you can find some excellent deals with these floating around. And just because they're cheap, they're pretty advanced, even in today's day and age. And the unique features that definitely separate the first and second generations. Basically, the second gen has the optional wireless charging capability. Whereas the older ones, you gotta charge with the lightning cable. But the lightning cable is still available even on the second generation version. But aside from the older design, these two still have an excellent microphone. Just when it comes to everything else, control-wise, it uses a tap sensor, so you have access to music controls. But the microphone is still fantastic. So when it comes to answering phone calls and treating this like a traditional Bluetooth calling earbud, the first and second generation AirPods will get the job done easily and will work seamlessly, including the modern day Apple ecosystem where you can actually transfer the audio and connect them quickly from one Apple device to the other. But then all the latest iOS features can be found on the first and second generation AirPods, as you can still do audio sharing, live listening with static noise if you like, and so much more. Now the third generation AirPods, these are the newer design AirPods, and this is what replaced the first gen and second generation design, and it does everything very similar to the first and second generation AirPods, as it still has an excellent microphone. Just now, the controls now require a 2-finger press for a more accurate control whenever you need to use your music control. The case itself, wireless is standard, but not only that, it's also fully compatible to be used with a MagSafe compatible device. So if you use one of these devices to charge your iPhone at night, you may also easily attach your AirPods to charge it this way as well. But once more, you have access to the lightning port underneath. And then all the other popular iOS features are also found on the third generation AirPods. But built in the case on the third generation AirPods is the Find My capabilities, where you can actually, very similar to an AirTag, you can use the Find My app to actually locate your AirPods in case they're misplaced inside the case, where your iPhone will actually give you feedback in case you're getting closer or farther away from your AirPods when you're trying to locate it. Aside from that, audio improvements, the audio quality has been slightly enhanced on the AirPods 3, but I'm no audiophile, so it's really challenging for me to actually tell the difference. So unless you're an audiophile, you're not really going to notice this. So in my opinion, they sound slightly better, but not significantly more. And then a feature that also the third generation AirPods have that the first and second generation do not is the spatial audio tracking. So if you watch a lot of movies, you're gonna definitely love the cinematic effect that the spatial audio can deliver with the AirPods third generation. Which, quick summary, with the built-in sensors, the AirPods can actually detect as you rotate pivot your body, it will give you a 3D immersion. But not only that, even in a fixed setting, if you're watching a cinematic movie and things are flying by and the main character, you will somewhat experience that 3D immersion. So that's what the spatial audio allows you to do. However, since the AirPods third generation have a more slick design, you may want to consider picking up some grip pads like what I have right now. I'll have that link in the video description down below. This actually aids it, and so they don't easily fall out of your ear. So if you have any falling out of ear experience with your AirPods, you may want to consider investing in something like that. I did a whole dedicated video on the accessories for the AirPods third generation, which you could go ahead and watch right there in case you're curious to find out additional accessories. Now, the pros and cons to the AirPods 3, why I want to compare them to the AirPods Pros. Now, the cons with the AirPods 3, just like the first gen AirPods, it's an open design, so they won't get that excellent seal that you might be wanting. But for most people, they really don't like those silicone in-ear design earbuds, because although they don't offer like transparency mode like the AirPods Pro do or even the Max, wearing these, if someone's yelling my name across the room, I'm able to easily hear them. And when it comes to microphone quality, it sounds really good. The mic sounds excellent. In fact, all these AirPods, the built-in microphone sounds extraordinarily good. So the open ear design is all personal preference. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the second generation AirPods Pros, and these are my personal favorites. Even though I personally started off not being a huge fan of those in-ear silicone tip design earbuds, The Pros, they did a good job in terms of making it feel natural and comfortable because these actually have active noise cancellation and transparency mode, and offers the other features that the other two AirPods have, such as spatial audio and all the nice iOS benefits, including the whole Apple ecosystem. And the active noise cancellation are really good. They still are excellent. They're almost on par to real over-the-ear headphones like from Sony or Bose. Especially now, since they actually added a new size option, as now there is an extra small silicone tip. And unlike the open air design, since these have the silicone tip, if you're blasting music in your ears, people are unlikely to hear it easily with the AirPods Pros. The AirPods 2 with the case in total can deliver up 26 hours of audio playback time, and then the AirPods 3 can last up to 35 hours. The AirPods Pros actually have a water industry rating, not just the earbud itself, but also the case, as both of these are actually IPX4 water industry resistant rated. And then for the AirPods 3, both are water industry rated, with the earbuds and the case IPX4 as well. It's only the first and second generation AirPods that do not have an official water resistant rating, but from my personal first-hand experience, I've exposed both of these things to water and they still operate just fine, and they're well known to actually survive wash cycles in the washer as well. So even though these are not officially certified to be water industry rated, they're able to survive, and I also worked out with them a bunch of times during my workouts. Now, overall battery life. Well, it's the first and second generation AirPods with a good battery can last up to 24 hours. The AirPods 3 and AirPods Pros case in total can deliver up to 30 hours of audio listening, so a little bit more battery life out of them. But the individual earbuds themselves, the earbuds on the first and second generation AirPods can last up to 5 hours. Meanwhile, the third generation AirPods can last up to 6 hours, 5 hours with spatial audio enabled. And then with the AirPods Pros with active noise cancellation on, can last up to 6 hours of audio playback, and then 5.5 hours with spatial audio and head tracking enabled. Now, to toggle between the different modes with the AirPods Pros, you simply just hold down on the toggle, and this will actually switch the mode from transparency mode or active noise cancellation. But new this year is now you actually have volume slider capabilities on the brand new AirPods Pros. A simple slide up and down will allow you to quickly adjust the audio on the go without verbally requesting Siri to change the volume level. So when it comes to overall audio quality with the earbuds, is the AirPods Pros are by far my favorite, because the active noise cancellation allowed the sound quality to sound a lot better. So when it comes to being the best overall sounding earbuds, I have to give it to the AirPods Pros. It's the bass, the mids, everything just sound a lot better than the open air design. So I personally, once more, I'm not an audiophile, but I find myself enjoying music a lot more with the AirPods Pros. And just like how I previously stated, that if you're not a huge fan of like an in-ear wireless earbud, the AirPods Pros actually have functional vents, as these vents actually will allow air to actually go out. So you don't feel that like isolated pressure feel that you typically will feel with other in-ear style canal earbuds. So with the AirPods Pro, this is what I mean, they're extremely comfortable. Now, all these AirPods have some type of sensors, but it's the brand new second generation AirPods Pros that actually have the skin detection, where previously the AirPods were always able to detect and know if you place an earbud on and off, but sometimes it's kind of buggy, sometimes it's inaccurate. A fair share of unpleasant past experience was the old sensor. The AirPods Pros actually have skin detection, and this is much more accurate than the previous sensor that it previously had. And then even though these are sealed, the transparency mode that it has does a fantastic job. It doesn't make people or objects sound robotic. It actually does sound natural. And this is one of my personal favorite features, especially since whenever somebody's walking up towards you and talking to you, just activate transparency mode. You don't have to remove the earbud or anything like that out of your ear. But now, if you need the absolute best and you're a fan of over-the-ear headphones, then yes, you're going to need to look at the AirPod Max. These are the best sounding ones, but they come at a hefty cost. They typically retail for $550, but you could easily find these things going on sale once in a while, so keep an eye out, especially on Amazon. But even though these are the most expensive AirPods, the material that Apple is using on these things is top notch. It almost feels like fine jewelry, which is why I have mine preserved with these carbon fiber covers. I'll have these also linked in the description down below, but I highly recommend these due to the fact that a con is they click, and to prevent them from easily getting scratched and marks, That's where this carbon fiber piece comes into place, and it's real carbon fiber, which is why it's really light and offers a lot of protection. Once more, I have a link in the description. But these offer all the same features that's found on the AirPods 3, even the AirPods Pros. Just the difference is since it's over-ear headphones, the active noise cancellation works better than the AirPods Pros, and the transparency mode has additional microphones, is also slightly better. And audio quality sounds a lot better as well. Bigger drivers means more bass and such. And although they look like earmuffs, I kind of like this due to the fact they're super slim. So if you're always walking through doorways and stuff like that, you don't really have to like prep as much to like avoid hitting your headphones as much compared to like Skullcandies or even Busonis. I personally like this slim design, and these easily allow me to just relax and really enjoy my audio that I'm listening to. So if you don't like having things in your ears, the over-ear headphones will be your best bet. So true audiophiles will definitely appreciate the larger drivers, since it will easily allow you to listen to other instruments playing in the song you're listening to. And if you like to customize your AirPods, these actually allow you to easily customize and modify them with different over-ear covers as you see right here. And then since this is removable, if these tear or rip over time, it's so easy to replace, as it has a pretty nice modular design. But the overall design, the engineering is brilliant. It even has a digital crown, just like what you'll typically will find on an Apple Watch to adjust your audio, and press down to activate Siri. And of course you have the mode selector button over here as well. Just however, there's no power off button. This is the only con to these things. They only go to low power mode. And by doing that, it requires you to slip it in this little bra looking cover. And this will actually allow the AirPod to understand you're going to store it away, and will enter low power mode. And then this mesh design on top of the headband is so soft, doesn't put pressure in your head whatsoever. And it's also breathable. And don't worry, if you're concerned about these being obsolete in the near future, there hasn't been any leaks or anything like that about AirPods Max 2 coming out anytime soon. Based off everything we've seen with the first and second generation, even the third generation AirPods, even with the AirPods Pros, probably gonna be another year and a half until we actually see leaks for the next generation AirPod Max. And then when it comes to overall battery life, these can deliver up to 20 hours with active noise cancellation enabled. And if you may have noticed, there's no aux cable port. Unfortunately, it requires you to buy a separate dongle to have access to this. But the AirPods themselves, they need to be charged in order to be used this way, because if they're dead, they will not play audio even while hardwired. They need power to turn on. So in conclusion, my overall summary is this. If you just need traditional earbuds just to casually listen to your music, but primarily your mainly focus is just using earbuds to answer phone calls on the go, you can't go wrong with either the first or second generation AirPods, as these are very inexpensive. They're kind of challenging to find nowadays, but you can still find them at some retail stores. But if you need the newer design and you do want to take advantage of the spatial audio capability when it comes to watching cinematic movies and such, the AirPods 3 would be my next recommendation. But if you like to do all the above, but you travel a lot, or you just like to zone out the world with a small compact form, then the AirPods Pro would be my next recommendation. The active noise cancellation, once more on these, are fantastic. And you can take advantage of the other new integrations like the Find My capability are also found on the AirPods Pros. And you can charge this with not just a MagSafe, but you can also charge it with the same charger connector that you have if in case you have an Apple Watch. So you can use the lightning cable, you can use your Apple Watch charging puck, or a MagSafe to charge this thing wirelessly. Then the AirPod Max are perfect for those who just like over-the-ear headphones with all the latest bells and whistles, active noise cancellation, transparency mode, and it's an Apple product. You take advantage once more of that Apple ecosystem. But aside from that, there you guys have it. Hope you guys got some good useful information out of this video. If you're planning on picking some up, they'll all be linked in the video description down below. Check on those links because they will be automatically updated in case there's any deals or sales going on. Now, in terms of accessories, I have this video over here where we go finding the best accessories for the AirPods Pros. And then that video over there, that's the best accessories for the AirPods 3rd generation. Make sure you are subscribed for more upcoming accessory guide videos. Aside from that, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See ya.